But you need money to finish building the ship.
A great deal of money, millions.
Amounts don't stagger me. I'm just weighing the percentages. Your word against the word of other astronomers. They think you're a crackpot.
I know.
Show him the data, though.
It'll mean liquidating some of my business interests.
It may mean the salvation of a civilization.
Their salvation doesn't interest me. Mine does. I'm no humanitarian. I just don't relish dying.
Wow. He wants on the rocket.
All right, I'll pay for the rest of your art.
Splendid.
One thing, I select the people who'll go with us.
He selects them.
There may be space for 40 or 50 human beings, some machinery and livestock. You're not qualified to select those people.
Nevertheless, I reserve that privilege.
You admit you don't relish dying. You're willing to put up this money as life insurance. So if the world ends, you'll be among the few with a chance to reach this new world.
Yep.
That makes my proposition a simple one. Your money for your life.
He's going. He's going.
You know I can't refuse. Build it.
Well, why did he want to pick?
Gentlemen, this is a rough design of our ship.
Looks good.
Now, instead of taking off in the customary manner straight up, we will conserve fuel by using a mile-long slide to give us impetus.
Oh, a slide.
At approximately this point, the wing engines will be turned on. Here, the full power of all engines will be used to carry us out of the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Looks like a roller coaster.
And no power will be used until we reach the gravitational pull of Zyra, at which time the ship will be operated as a normal aircraft. Similar rocket ships are also being constructed in other countries.
No, okay.
Dave?
Thanks, Dr. Fry. First, I want to say you men were selected because you are the top engineering students here. All our men and women were picked this way.
The project needs you because you are fine technicians. You are healthy. You are free to make your own decisions.
And we need to balance the male-female ratio.
But those who will make the flight will be chosen by lot sometime before the worlds collide.
I think technically, I haven't done much research on this. Why would I? But I think that if you should bring more women than men, I think I read that somewhere. If you're restarting the population. I could be wrong about that.
Only about 40 persons can be taken. And already there are more than 600 people working on this project.
All cars stop. That's not a car, that's a bus. Does that have to stop? Nope. Oh, cool looking. Yeah. It's just like the drawing. Do we have any test runs planned? You know, fly it around the Earth a few times? I know we only have a few months. Waste anything except time. I like this.
All right, fellas, this way.
Follow me, girls.
Oh hey, two lovebirds.
I'll see you later.
They're gonna be split up. Only one of them can get on the rocket. No smoking in microfilm laboratory. Good idea. Well, we're bringing all our best books. It is like Noah's Ark. Hey. 2 by 2. We'll need more than 2 horses.
Hello, Tony.
Joyce.
I'll put these new cards in the file.
Is this the new design?
That's right. The drawings came while you were away.
Let's have a look. Oh, he's here. He is like a villain though, isn't he?
Ronson tells me Ottinger and the other doubting Thomases have jumped over to our side of the fence.
Do you think he'd be allowed on the
That will
rocket?
put an end to the newspapers calling me a lunatic. Stanton's folly. With time running out on them, they'll wish they had a fleet of Stanton's follies.
They admit our calculations on Zyra and Bellis are correct. But they insist our flight is an impossibility.
And you?
I believe as I did before.
A representative of the government will warn the people tomorrow. Provisions will be made to evacuate them to mountain locations.
Mountain? How's that going to help? They might survive the initial.
Ferris!
Yes, sir?
Bring in those boxes. I brought enough rifles to stop a small army.
Oh,
There won't be
rifles.
any panic in this camp.
Once the havoc is over, every mother's son remaining alive will try to get here and climb aboard our ship.
That's
People are
true,
more
that's true.
civilized than that. They know only a handful can make the flight.
People are not more civilized than that.
The law of the jungle, the human jungle. You don't know what your civilized people will do to cling to life.
This guy's right.
Because I know I'd cling if I had to kill to do it. And so will you. We're the lucky ones. And we'll use those guns. You'll use them to keep your only chance to stay alive.
Maybe.
There is!
The secretary is on his way from the committee room. We will have his message in a moment or two.
We should have been doing this in a secret location so nobody can come.
At 1 o'clock on July 24th, Zyra will pass so close to the Earth it will cause vast destruction. By 1 o'clock on that day, whole populations must have been evacuated from coastal areas. Plans have been made, and all that can be done will be done.
Yeah. You'll have to live in hell on earth for another 19 days.
I don't figure in this new world. For the past couple of months, you and I have been telling recruits that the few who will make the trip will be needed in the new world. Scientists like you.
You're not going?
Father, Tony, farmers and mechanics. You won't be needing aerial taxi drivers for another 100 years.
Dad promised me that...
Whoop.
Dad said we'd need you.
Thanks.
She loves you.
Tech, the ship's cargo's limited. Every pound will count. I weigh as much as a couple of lambs, 3 dozen chickens.
We could
one
ditch the
healthy
horses.
farmer. Oh, we're coming in. Better see that they're strapped down.
Attention, please. The commanding general will speak to you. Stand by.
The evacuation will now proceed in an orderly manner. There will be planes enough for all. Women and children will be loaded aboard first.
Right.
Families will only be separated for the duration of the evacuation flight.
We're bringing you to the mountains.
As Zyra inexorably rushes toward us, men and women of all races and creeds pause to think, to pray, and to atone. With few exceptions, transportation and utility workers volunteered to remain at their posts until the evacuation is completed. Deserted, the once great city of New York is a ghost town.
Oh no.
10 million mighty roaring machines suddenly shut off, waiting for the approach of Zyra.
According to your figures, by now we were supposed to feel the effects of Zyra's passing. Millions of dollars for a false alarm. Nothing is going to happen.
What about that? Shouldn't we be in a rocket right now? Since it's passing by? Oh, the rocket!
Are you all right?
Yes, Dad. I'm over here.
Oh no. The volcano has erupted. Well, he was right. Oh, this is happening anyway. Ditto, nothing new there. Jeez. That guy was real quick to call foul, wasn't he? When 1 o'clock happened? He was like, oh, you're a fake.
Attention! The ship is breaking loose!
The rocket! There are hundreds of people here and there's only 40 spaces on the ship. We're gonna need those guns, right? If it falls, catch it. You fellas just stand here. Oh, that's collapsing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Look out! The crane is falling!
Don't be a hero. No.
Is anyone left? Can anyone hear us? We are located 11 miles due north of Middletown.
11 miles due north.
Emergency
About 100 miles from here.
We are remaining on the air. We need drinking water and medical supplies.
The radio people need stuff.
You needn't come along, Randall. I can fly a helicopter.
Well, I've done a lot of this parcel dropping.
I can handle it without you.
Come on, dude.
You sound as if somebody rubbed you the wrong way.
That's an excellent diagnosis.
No,
Would you like to
here we go.
prescribe a cure?
Here we go.
Now or later?
We need drinking water and medical supplies.
And more important things, fellas.
Later.
And we need a TV. And some booze. Why hasn't anybody gotten on a rocket yet? The planet is very far away now, unless it's circling back. Ooh. Is this where they are? Where's the chopper gonna sit down? We're just gonna drop the supplies? Do you have a rubber dinghy or something you could drop down? This helicopter's tiny, by the way, isn't it? And they were actually doing it. It seemed like. I don't know. Is somebody on top of this roof? Oh, kid. You're on the rocket, kid. I don't know how this is going to work. Can we grab him? Oh, he's jumping down. Jesus. This is actually being done. This seems very dangerous for a film. Oh, hold it steady, dude. Oh my god. That's the most impressive part of the whole movie. Why did he go away? He just pretended to leave him here. Then had a change of heart.
For a minute, Doc, I thought maybe now was that later.
Yeah, me too.
I gave it a passing thought.
They're all right. They're all right. Yeah, 11 days.
We cannot postpone the inevitable. As most of you already know, our human cargo must be restricted to 7,000 pounds, 44 persons. Every pound consumes...
Oh, wait. 44 persons. Damn it, I forgot the total. I was going to work out how much on average everybody weighed. I'll look it up right now. I'll look up that transcript. 7,000 pounds. 44 people. 159 pounds each. Okay. I just about make that average.
About 900 pounds already have been spoken for. Mr. Stanton, Dr. Fry, my daughter, myself, Dr. Drake, and Mr. Randall.
Oh, Randall too, eh?
Unless there is some objection, we intend including another 40 pounds, our latest addition to the camp.
The kid. I knew the kid one would make it.
For the sake of efficiency, it would be unwise for one man to know he is not to go, but that the man working at his side is among the fortunate few.
Okay.
In this envelope is a list of numbers, the numbers of those who will go. In these boxes, we have placed numbered discs, the one on the left for the women, the other for the men. Each of you will select and keep one disc.
No way these two are together.
Is this plan satisfactory?
No deal, I want on the ship. That couple will want to go together. Or stay together, right? What's your lucky number?
You pick both numbers.
No, he gets to blame you. He gets to blame you.
You're already listed.
He doesn't think he deserved to go. Hey, does the guy in the wheelchair, does his assistant get to go too? By default? Oh, there's Zara. You can see it.
I haven't any more right to a ride on that ship than any other man in this camp.
I want to do things according to Hoyle, Dave, but, well, Joyce is pretty important to me.
Yeah.
And to me.
I'm glad.
It isn't a free ride for Joyce. She's qualified to go.
No more than some others. We're stretching the point because she's important to both of us.
Yeah.
Well, why not, for her sake, stretch the point a bit farther to include you?
No. I can give you a dozen reasons why I shouldn't go. Can you give me one good reason to include me?
Because she loves you.
She wants you, Dave.
That'll change.
Maybe.
Tony will be there. She's used to having him around.
There's going to be a love triangle.
I won't be needed. Leaving me will save fuel. Let it stay that way. And, Doctor, I hope you won't say anything to Joyce.
This guy's a hero.
Good night.
Are we going to force him on the rocket? Drag him on? Oh, Jesus.
Attention, everyone. Bellis growing larger.
Oh, is that Bellis?
So hurry.
Maybe we can use the gravitational pull of Bellis to swing us into Zara.
Less than 6 days left to Bellis. We're still falling behind schedule.
We need to get all our vaccination shots.
Let's try this one.
We're cutting it close, aren't we? Do that couple know whether... I don't think they know whether they're going until the day off.
It'll work out all right, Joyce.
He seems decent. about it, doesn't he?
Only 79 hours left before the collision with Bellis. We're still more than 3 hours behind schedule.
You can sleep when we're off the planet, or you're burning up. We spent too long drawing a picture of the rocket here for no reason. He's spying on her. Hey dude, he's spying on her. Just testing the camera system, that's all.
The ship is really put together. If anything can make it to the New World, this one will do it.
Dave, how long would it take to learn this flight panel board?
A few weeks, maybe. But Dr. Fry knows the inside and outside of every knob in the panel.
Yeah.
What'll happen when he blacks out?
Everyone will black out on the fast climb.
Oh, geez.
The direction will be set. This will hold you on course.
All the way to Zyra?
No, but far enough.
What's going on in your head?
This is no time to start doubting the ship, Doc.
Well, I'm not. I know how well it's been put together. Trouble is, I just learned how Fry's put together. His chance of coming out of the blackout isn't good.
Well, I've seen older men make it.
His heart won't hold together. No coronary condition like his could stand that pressure.
When did you discover that?
Are you sure?
Yesterday, when I made his cardiograph test. Haven't told anyone yet.
Well, don't. Won't help to scare everyone.
We're gonna need a pilot.
We can't let Fry handle this flight.
Gonna be you.
Look, Doc. Maybe...
Anything happens to Fry when we get out into space.
Yeah, we're screwed.
After the blackout, Teddy Cummings maybe could take over if Fry tells him what to do.
If Fry is able to tell him after the blackout.
He might not come out of it. He might be dead.
We both know who else can handle this flight. Maybe not as good as Fry, but good enough.
You! Is he just making up this whole heart condition?
If Fry doesn't make it, you'll be able to land the ship.
He's being a decent guy, this guy.
For months, I've tried to find a legitimate reason to go along. Maybe things were meant to happen this way.
All I know is I feel a lot easier not having to tell Fry the news about himself.
He just made it all up. He made it all up. He's a hero, this guy. I don't know what reason you did it for, but you're one hell of a guy. That's for sure. Two days.
This is the last of the chloroform.
Chloroform?
This way they'll stay strapped down. Wouldn't want to see them kick the ship apart, would you?
No, sir.
All right, okay.
I'll never forget what you did for Dave and me, Tony.
Told you the doctor'd fix everything. Well,
Are we taking a little pooch? Do you want to see a new planet?
It's mine.
Ah, the kids.
Mike?
Downtown, he was walking around.
Hey kid. If we have to sacrifice a human to take this dog, I'm sorry, but we don't have... we can't. You'll get over it. It's a part of growing up. You know? You get a pet, you lose a pet. You know, it teaches you about life and death. You're going to have to learn it sooner or later. We're already making a sacrifice bringing you along. I won't be emotionally manipulated by a kid and their stupid pet. Not a chance. Doc, you're coming. You're not staying behind. You've already done the greatest gift you've ever given. Don't have to do it twice.
Well, let's weigh him.
How much could it weigh?
9 pounds.
9
2
pounds.
Sure. What's this is gonna pinch it for a couple of plump chickens.
23 hours left, and we're still 32 minutes behind schedule.
We should be burning up right now. Oh, we're finding out, are we? Get the guns. Get the guns.
My number! It's on!
Yeah, but what about Julie?
Julie, my number! I'm on the list!
Julie? You gotta stay, dude. You gotta stay.
If we delay the takeoff tomorrow as long as possible,
Yeah.
Zyra's position will form a perfect orbit with ours.
Okay.
Fuel will last much longer with less cargo. Why risk our necks by taking so many people?
We were taking your chair.
You and that
aren't we?
chair weigh 186 pounds. Would you like to donate that weight?
No more than you want to donate your life or your daughter's. I paid for finishing this ship.
He did pay for it all.
This project was started by real humanitarians, by Marston and Spiro. You're always shouting for facts, not theories. Our chance of reaching the New World is as thin as your chance of ever becoming a humanitarian.
Wow.
Men and women here have been praying for God's help and guidance. Not your kind of hypocritical praying. I'll come back, Lee.
No,
Eddie,
come in.
come right in.
Is he gonna give in his chip? Yeah, he's giving it in.
I just wanted to leave this for someone else to use.
It's true love. He's staying with her.
He has a girl. I guess he doesn't want to leave her.
Good news for you.
There's that extra fuel. Get out, Ferris. The other side of the door for you.
Shut up.
Oh, he's got a gun.
One of the good ones, isn't it? I'm going too.
Put that gun
Oh, he
down.
wasn't originally going.
I'd almost rather kill you than go along. For 7 years, ever since I started pushing this chair
He
around,
hates him.
I've hated your insides. You three are running things here. You're going to tell everybody I'm going. And if I don't go...
Oh, wow. A hidden gun. Of course he did. Of course he did.
He was going to kill us. I told you this would happen. And not just Ferris. There'll be others, all of them.
There will be others.
One boy was stabbed right after the list was posted.
It's dog eat dog. The law of the jungle.
What do we do now?
Well, we can move the women on board, lock the ramp gates. The men can wait outside the ship until we take off.
With guns.
We'll have to move people and animals as quietly as possible.
Good luck moving the animals quietly.
Julie Cummings. Tell her there's been a mix-up in the listing. She and Eddie Garson are going. We'll gamble on less flying time over the New World.
Oh, we're letting the couple come? We're so dead right this second. Real quiet, real quiet. What are we wearing? New World fashion? The solar winds. I don't think this guy in the wheelchair is getting on. He's too evil. I want him to get on though.
The last dawn.
Yeah. Don't look directly at it.
I think we can start boarding. I'll bring Mr. Stanton.
Oh, will you? Stanton, use your backup gun if you need to.
And why should our lives be decided by a raffle?
Yeah.
How do we know the drawing wasn't fixed?
Yeah.
Should have been done by voting. Let's take the ship away from them.
Here the guns old man Stanton left.
That's all we need.
Oh, guns. We've got the guns now.
Wait, fellas, there's no sense in this. We all agreed to the drawing. You can take the ship, sure. Then what? Only 40 of you can get away. Then the rest of us will get rid of that 40 and the next 40.
Yeah.
Come on!
Well, survival of the fittest 40, I guess. Oh, they're coming. Launch the rocket. Maybe Stanton can hold them off.
Get me on board.
You all right, Mr. Stanton?
Get me on board. Oh, Henry!
There you go.
Stop him! Wait! Down!
We're both staying.
Dr. Henry! Hold the ramp!
He's sacrificing himself.
We're the extra fuel they might need, Stanton. The New World isn't for us. It's for the young.
What a hero. Here we go. He was faking it all along. I respect the effort to get on the rocket. We're gonna black out soon. Well, phase 1 is okay. We got off just in time. Only blacked out for a few minutes, right? The first person to wake up should wake everybody else up. He's the first one.
The engines are off.
Oh, hey. Who's that, Zara?
We're on course.
You invented those cardiographs for my benefit.
You sure did.
Yours and Joyce's.
You catch on quick.
A quarter full, better than we expected.
We'll need every bit of it, or we'll hit the New World head on at 10 miles a second.
Jeez. 10 miles a second. Splat. Planet looks good.
We're getting close.
In a minute or two, we'll feel the pull. Turn the ship. Start all engines.
This is very like SpaceX.
We're using fuel too fast. We have no choice. Keep all the engines going.
Oh, erratic movement. Might be a bumpy landing. Aim for the trees.
Take over.
I'm expecting an Eden. Of sorts.
Cut wing engines 1 and 6.
22,000.
Brace yourselves, we're leveling the ship.
We're still above the clouds. We don't know what's down there. I see mountains.
Anywhere. Land anywhere. We've got to.
Not yet.
Brace for impact.
Fuel's gone.
Just glide in. Just glide in.
There go the engines.
I'll bring it around and try to glide in.
Yeah, glide. See? I should be piloting this thing. It looks like an icy tundra.
It looks frozen.
Ice means water. That's good. That's pretty fast. We're good. We're good. Just a bit of turbulence, folks. Nothing to worry about. Oh, careful. Let's check the oxygen levels. One step at a time, folks. We gotta find food. Sources of vegetation.
Dave, wait! Don't open the outer door until we've tested the atmosphere.
We'll get a sample through the airlock.
See?
Good air or bad, it's the only place we can go.
That's true. May as well die right away.
Best air I ever tasted. Bring out the gangplank.
Ooh, ooh, trees. I feel like we could have gone on location somewhere, but I'll accept it. And Eden, water, vegetation, cool-looking mountains.
Mike.
A kid and his dog.
They sure are.
Everyone.
Oh, jeez, was that dog pregnant? Who's got the horses? How about a rainbow? The first day on the new world had begun. I think a rainbow would have been a bad choice, actually. I was joking about it because of the Noah references earlier in the movie, but the rainbow is specifically used as like a symbol of this is never going to happen again. I believe. So a second rainbow doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Cool image, actually. It looks like an alien world, even though it's just a picture, you know? It looks interesting to look at. I like looking at it. But there had to be a point where they had to make a choice between whether we're going to use this painting that we've made or go on location somewhere. And they chose to use the painting. Even though it doesn't look as real, even for audiences in 1950, it does look kind of alien. It kind of looks, you know, and they can make it look whatever way they want. You know, they can give it a sort of a heavenly feel. Whereas, you know, where are you going to pick on Earth to give that perfect feeling, you know? When they came in on the snow, I thought we were just going to come out onto the snow. Didn't look like we were going to be anywhere near where we were, but the best of all possibilities. A new Eden to start our... That kid's going to be lonely, by the way, isn't he? You know? Unless the rest of them start having kids real quick. He's going to be out of sync with everyone. You know, he's 20 years younger than everybody else on the ship. And he's going to be like 10 years older than anyone who's after him. Why am I thinking about silly little things like that? I don't know. I'm glad that we were warned about the oxygen. You know, don't open it just yet. I'm glad people were verbalizing the things I was verbalizing. You know? I think the only thing that confused me about the movie, about the order and the timing of the things we were doing, I really thought we were going to launch the rocket when the planet was passing. You know, or just before the planet passed. So that we would, you know, instead of trying to catch up to it, we would kind of get out ahead of it, and then as it was passing, we could kind of slip into its orbit. It would be traveling at such a huge rate of knots. There's no way a little rocket ship would ever be able to do what they did. But maybe maybe, just maybe, the way they actually did it made sense in some way. I can't imagine it. And that star that was coming along with it would have burnt the Earth up like much sooner than when it actually arrived. You know? Imagine having a second sun in the sky, except this one is much, much closer. You know? We wouldn't be leaving it till the last day to launch the rocket. I knew there was no way John Hoyt was getting on that rocket. He was too evil. Every scene he was in, he was evil. So there's no way he's making it onto it. And at the back of my mind, I was thinking, hey, why does the father of, I don't know what his name was, the chief scientist guy? Why does he automatically get onto it? You know, he's choosing, right? Why does he choose himself as one of the people? I can understand him choosing the daughter and the person his daughter loves, but why did he choose himself? But that's also neatly taken care of at the end, when he sacrifices himself. Nobody in the movie is selfish. Like, nobody is. Randall isn't selfish. He never wants to be on the ship until he's tricked into being useful. You know, hey, we need you. That guy's heart won't last the blackout. We'll need a pilot. He was tricked. The Doc was selfish. Even though he loved the girl, he did what was best for her. You know, he actually loved her. You know? And sure, he got to come along anyway. I'm glad he got to come along. Because of the sacrifices he was making. I didn't care one bit about the kid, by the way. You know? And his stupid dog. And all the pups. That was just emotionally manipulative, is what that was. The couple, I like the couple. The young couple in love. Because that guy was going to stay behind with her. And then they both got to come anyway. Look, it's a bit schmaltzy, I guess. But I can go along with it. And everyone else who was left behind, finally a rabble formed. They got the guns. That makes sense. Hoyt was right. Stanton was right. Doggy dog world. You're going to take your chance, right? You either burn up in a few minutes or you get a gun and try and get on board. Who knows what you'll do? At least some people will try. There was one guy going, hey, no, we all agreed to it. But, you know, mob rules. And survival kicks in. You're never quite sure where you're going to be. What side you're going to be on it. It's a tragedy for Earth, though. We don't really dwell on that. It's a tragedy for the people who survived the initial planet passing and then were doomed to the second collision. Or the only collision, but those 19 days, that's gotta, you know, that's gotta hurt, right? That's gotta be terrifying. So all the supplies that we're getting, and oh yeah, we're gonna take you to the mountains and all that stuff, there's something really tragically horrible about all of that we don't dwell on. All those people are just gonna die. There's nothing we can do. You're all gonna die. We're going to rescue you from the first, you know, major tidal wave stuff. But you're screwed in 3 weeks anyway. So here's a package. Like, remember those people on that little island that we gave the packages to in our helicopter? On the cool helicopter part of the movie? They were all just doomed to die. You know? No matter how many packages we gave them, they didn't suddenly get on a different rocket. Speaking of different rockets, there are different rockets. Other countries did build different rockets. They might not have worked. They might not have believed that it was possible. But I'm glad that other countries at least tried. It wasn't just us. It wasn't just one. Maybe only one reaches Zyra, but everybody's trying in some way. And we don't get answers one way or the other on that. I would have liked, actually, in the little painting at the end, we see another rocket landing somewhere in the distance. That'd be kind of cool. You know? I wonder how each country would have stacked chosen who to go and what to bring. We could have collaborated maybe with other countries. How about we bring all the books? You don't need to bring books. We got books. You bring, I don't know, something else. We divvy it up. And we can make room for more people. We split the animals, We've got all the chickens. No, we're going to spread the chickens out over 3 rockets. Just in case, maybe one of the rockets will make it. Then we'll spread the horses out. Those horses are going to weigh a ton, And we only brought 2 of them. That's not enough. We need more horses. We'll either bring no horses or more than 2. Noah's Ark is a great idea, but just don't bring 2, You'll need more than that. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It felt very much like an Outer Limits episode. An extended one. Brought me right back into that. We had some sci-fi. We had some relationship stuff. And it was very feel-good. It was very the bad guys lose and the good guys win, and the honorable win, and a really cool idea as well. And the title is almost literal, I wasn't expecting that. I thought aliens were coming. I thought that's what they meant by worlds collide. I didn't actually physically think that, like, it was a star, it wasn't a world, but you know what I mean. And there's just a couple of people I want to look up. A couple of people I recognize, but I can't quite think where I know them from. Yeah, Randall was in an Outer Limits episode called The Mutant. I don't really remember him in that, but he did look slightly familiar. Barbara Rush is like a familiar name, but I didn't recognize her, I don't think. Interestingly, she's in a 90s Outer Limits episode, which we might watch at some point. Oh, she was in a bunch of things, like Murder, She Wrote, Magnum. The Love Boat, Fantasy Island. All sorts of things. Oh, Night Gallery. So we would have seen her before. And the Outer Limits. She was in an Outer Limits too. The Forms of Things Unknown. That's like a classic Outer Limits title. They love vague stuff like that. The Doc, the hero of the whole thing, he was in an Outer Limits too. And look, other people were probably in things we've seen too. Lots of people in the Outer Limits though, which really does fit this episode, or this film. It's got a certain feeling that matches up with that show. And that newspaper man, he would have given that guy $7,500. They were upping the offer. How do they know? How did they know it was important? They must have a mole inside the Astronomy Society of South Africa to know. Maybe somebody inside was dealing in secrets. But then wouldn't they have just told them what the thing, like, why would they? I don't know, maybe they knew. Maybe they knew what was in the documents, they just wanted the physical copies for proof. Anyway, the world found out pretty quickly anyway after that. So yeah, high concept idea. I liked it. Cool rocket design. I like the slide down and the shooting up. Very inventive. And it kept a quick pace, and it wasn't a long drawn out thing. So I would say that time was not wasted in the movie. Time is our biggest asset, that's where the movie itself fulfills that. You weren't going at any point, And if you were, there would be the countdown of the days remaining would just pop up on screen, just to frighten you back into life. What did you think of it? thank you for joining me for it. We'll be back with another movie at another point. On a different planet, maybe? Hopefully they don't catch some weird bacterial disease the first day they're there and all die. But I have faith. They got so lucky to where they landed. And the fact that they landed at all, they didn't burn up before they left. So, I think they've got luck. I think they've got luck. I'll see you next time.